If you're new here, I'm Sonia, and I'm excited to have you joining me. Hi. Hi, Holly and Pam. Great to see you. Anna, great to see you. All right, let's jump in. Super excited. First of all, I'm going to open with something that is a little time sensitive and I want you to know about for sure. So, what I've been spending about 26 weeks total is going through the ABCs of leadership within the direct selling industry. God directly laid this on my heart, including all the words. On an airplane about, I don't know how many weeks ago. And so that's what we're rolling with. And today is M. So I always think it's fun if you would post when you think about building your direct selling business, whether you're currently in leadership or you're shooting to become a leader within your company, whatever, what would be the M word? Oh my goodness, there's so many good M words. I want to hear your M word. What would be the one that comes to mind? All right. So while you guys are throwing that in the chat, a reminder that many of you know I am an independent consultant with Norwex. Many of you are on my team. So, hey, what a blessing to get to work alongside you guys. Anyway, if you have been kind of following the Norwex thing and you're like, hey, I kind of like this idea, you can open a Norwex account this month. It's a January only special. Get our top 5 sellers for $69. $69. This is normally $116, and this is a limited time offer. And if you want tonight to hop on the Zoom, it's a webinar Zoom, so your camera won't be on. You don't have to worry about that if you're in your jammies already, but join our co-founder and a dear friend of mine, Debbie Bolton. And if you want to come on, learn more about Norwex, and then you join or open your Norwex consultant account by 8 p.m. tomorrow Central Time, then you get an extra $50 of free Norwex, which I think is amazing. So anyway, this is an incredible deal. I could go on and on about it, but definitely it is a no-lose opportunity, no risk. And if that's of interest, if you're working with a consultant, get with them, get their link to take advantage of it. If you are looking for a sponsor in your Norwex journey, then you can reach out to me. All right. So mentorship, mission. I love it. Let me see if I see some other M words coming up here. I just want to make sure I see your chat. Okay. All right. Well, you, Pam, nailed my number one, which is mentorship. And I love that when I think about leadership within direct selling, you are just a few steps ahead of other people that you invite to join them, but you make the choice to mentor them on their journey, to help them learn what you've learned so far or learn it with them. So I think one of the beautiful things about direct sales is the fact that people are happy to help you succeed. Sometimes in the corporate world, there's just one position up for grabs, and it can get a little cutthroat because in the end, only one person can get that CEO position or CFO or whatever it is. It's just one position and a lot of people vying for it. What I love about our industry is that if you choose leadership in this industry, then there's no limit. Like most companies, I know I can speak for Norwex, they don't limit how high you can go in their leadership plan or how many leaders can be at that level. So it means that it is a very collaborative space. And when I think of mentorship, that is collaboration, that's working together, that's having each other's back. So yeah, I think that's awesome. Okay. Another one is huge for me is mindset. Okay. If you follow me, certainly if you're part of my team, you know that what you think is likely what you'll bring about. And it's just where your focus grows. It's just kind of how we were wired. I will say that many of you know that I am a woman of faith and I love God. And I will just tell you about something that happened to me. I have had the blessing of really loving people most of my life. I loved others, but the person I didn't always love so well was me. Just insecurities and comparison. And so I actually would be really tough on myself. I would be self-critical. My self-talk to myself wasn't always kind. It was self-talk that I probably would never, ever have said to anyone else, but I was saying it to myself. And and then as part of my journey, I just felt the Holy Spirit say, um, "Who created you?" And I was like, "You, Lord." Like it tells me you knit me in my mother's womb, like you created me. And then just the thing, I don't create junk. Why are you tearing down what I've created? Why are you beating yourself up? And so that was that. And then the next question is, he said, "How did I create the world?" I said, "Well, you spoke it, Lord. You spoke it into existence. That's what the Bible says. And I believe that." He said, "All right." And then I created man in my image, right? Yep. Okay. So the words you speak, if you are created in God's image, um, the words we speak are creative. They will create. So, what are you speaking over your life, over your children, over your marriage, over your business, over every piece of your life? What is it that you are speaking over it? And we sometimes have the saying, speak life. Speak life. So mindset is where it starts. First, understanding that you need to sometimes change how you think to take it to the next level. And so that's just a side note. Okay, mindset. Another one that jumped out at me is momentum. In this business, momentum is your friend. What I can tell you from we might be wearing the same sweater. Oh, I do love this cozy little sweatshirt. Don't have a lot of time here in Texas that I get to wear it, but well, actually, it's really nice today. We had some cold weather. Yes, yes, it is, Holly. You got it. So yeah, being nice to yourself as you would talk to others is just such a good start in growing as a leader. Okay. And then momentum in this business. So something that I've seen in direct sales is sometimes when you hit it out of the gates, you start a company, you're passionate. If we've talked about the other words, you found something that you're aligned with, something that you believe to your core, everybody, well, maybe not everybody, but it's going to bless people's lives. And so you're really behind it. And so with that passion and alignment, oftentimes we hit it out of the gates with great momentum. And that is your friend in this business, and really any business, not just this, but yeah, I think if you open a boutique on the corner of 7th and Main, you still want momentum. Like that's just a good business rule. But sometimes in the direct selling arena, because we didn't maybe weren't intentional enough about how we set up that momentum, sometimes we put on our own brakes. We get freaked out, like, oh my goodness, yeah, this is going too fast. And then we put the brakes on, we pump the brakes. And so I just want to give you permission to live in the momentum. And instead of pumping the brakes, put the systems in place that allow you to manage the blessings that are now flowing into your life and into your business. Okay. So you're going to need systems. You are going to need people in your life. You can hire help in this industry. That is very common to have someone who might help you. So momentum. Let's see here. I love mission. I think that's beautiful. Being aligned with what you stand for is so important as a leader. Motivation, a big one that I get asked by people who are growing their team. Sonia, how do I motivate my team? And couple things that I would say is, number one, people choose whether or not to work their business. And it's not on you to motivate them, but there is one person that you do need to motivate. And you guys know what I'm going to say. Motivate yourself. As a leader, you do want to motivate yourself. And so sometimes people will ask me, Sonia, why do you still party? I mean, you're 13 years in, you've built one of the top teams in the company. Why are you still doing parties? And I'll tell you why. First of all, it keeps me current, and it keeps me knowing that the roadmap I'm gifting to my team members and helping them build their business still works because I am implementing it myself. I'm putting it into action myself. But secondly, being out with the people actually keeps me motivated. It reminds me every time I go out and do a demo or I do an online demo and I get to see people's eyes, like their minds explode at the idea of, oh my goodness, I've brought all these chemicals into my home. I didn't even think about it. I just took for granted that they were safe. And now I'm seeing that maybe there's a better way. And they watch me wipe grease off a mirror or whatever. And I see that light bulb again. I see someone else see a way that they can easily make their cleaning easier, save their household a lot of money, a lot of money. Norwex can save you so much money, save time. It cleans the first time. It's not like you walk by 10 minutes later and like, oh, there's streaks, and then you have to go get more, right? It just works. So seeing them light up and making a difference directly in their life is one of the things that keeps me motivated as a leader. Also, what keeps me motivated as a leader is helping new people build this business. That thrills my heart because so many people are just looking to make a few $100s a month. They don't necessarily need like a full-time income, but they're just looking for something that can ease that financial strain and stress. And after 13 years doing this, it's been a great privilege, an incredible blessing and honor to me to be able to hold the gift in my hand that helped somebody make the extra 300. Now, if you're in direct selling, you know that you can do that, but then there's no ceiling on what you can earn. So you can decide how big you want to build that. But for me, it's just really helping those new people build it. It's a thrill to me. It keeps me motivated. When I am motivated, when my heart is on fire for my mission, for what I get to help people do, then I am an inspirational leader because I don't have to dredge up inspiration. It comes out of my own personal motivation or inspiration for myself. So I think that we have to lead ourselves first as leaders. That's super duper important. All right. M words, you guys, welcome. If you're just popping on, hello, hello. I love the M words that you have shared so far. Oh, yes. Thank you, Debbie. It's great having you on. Yeah, it's such a key part of my life. And I love one of my favorite things about direct sales. I'll tell you this. I came out of the medical industry. Many of you know my background is in physical therapy, and I'm so grateful for my background there. But I only had an employee mindset from that. And getting to open my business within direct selling under the Norwex umbrella, we are independent. And it is one of my favorite things is that I literally get to be the CEO of my own little Norwex, business, right? And so I treat it like a CEO, and I encourage you to do the same. If you treat this business like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby for sure. But when you get intentional with your business, good things happen. Hi from Australia. Well, so good to have you on. Love it. Welcome. I hope this is helpful. So we're doing this each week till we get to Z. And so we're on M. We've got a few more weeks left. ABCs of leadership, but just encouraging you, if you're new in the direct selling industry and you're just like, leadership, it sounds scary. I don't know if it's for me. The first person you lead is yourself. You're already a leader, right? So step in. It does in most companies. Again, I can't speak for all companies, but I can speak for my company, which is Norwex. You can make really nice income just by sharing the products. We earn 35% of our personal sales, retail sales. So that's pretty nice. Like on average for us in the company, our average demo is about 600 in sales, either online or in person. So that puts about $210 in my pocket on average when I do a demo, which is really awesome. But because I chose leadership, that opened up a different level of income opportunity. So I just think it makes so much sense. And plus, in my opinion, the very best product in the entire Norwex catalog that I could offer anyone is the business opportunity, because it gives people a way above and beyond their 9 to 5, above and beyond picking up another part-time gig, whatever, to make a difference in their own personal finances. It also gives them a chance to Norwex their own home at 35% off, and always have a catalog party open, all the perks. So I would just say that when you choose leadership, it's because you want to not only share the products that you sell, but also share the opportunity for someone else to do what you're doing. So, anyway, I love that. And my last M word is marathon. As I have built my Norwex business, I mentioned momentum, and there were some times early in my business that momentum kind of took hold, and I did have this like kind of hold on behind a ski boat sort of feeling. And I've learned is sometimes there's a bit of a sprint season. So I don't know if I have any tracksters in the house. I ran track. It was not my favorite. I've got nieces and nephews who rock out track. That wasn't me, but I did run it. But the fact is, I was much more a sprinter than a marathoner. But when you're in direct sales, you find your space, something like that you're aligned with, a product that you are passionate about. I firmly believe you do want to be passionate about your product if you're in this for the long term. If you're just in it for a year to make $300 a month or put aside for a new car, whatever, that's great. But if you're like, no, I'm actually in this for the long term, find a company that you align so closely with and that you're passionate about. Oh, Debbie, yay. I'm so glad my videos are helpful. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, shout out to you. What state are you in, Debbie? You can put in the comments. But anyway, you guys can find my videos on YouTube. Just search, well, actually just go to sonjaeckel.com, and that's a lot of my Norwex videos. But anyway, all right, carrying on, marathon. So sometimes you're going to sprint out in your season. Sometimes there's a sprint season. I'm married to Willie. He's an electrical engineer, Mr. Logical, right? Like logic. It's great. A little bit of a brainiac, all the things. But I love the reasoning he brings to the table. And in some of those seasons when I was like kind of just trying to catch my breath, because you hit momentum. When you take action consistently in your business, you will hit a tipping point where you're in momentum. And so again, don't freak out. Momentum is your friend. You just need to learn how to manage those blessings. And so anyway, I just remember Willie saying, you're in a sprint season. Like, it's okay. There's going to be seasons in your business where you sprint it out a bit. And it just helped me realize, like, I don't know, just to embrace the momentum. But at the same time, I'm in this for the long haul. I have found a space and place where I am passionate. I love helping others. It's an incredible place for me. And so I'm in it for a marathon. So that means when a month doesn't go quite like I thought it would or whatever, I recalibrate and I keep on going. And that is the secret. You'll often hear, and I'm going to preface this, if you're in the right company, aligned with your purpose, the only way to lose is quit. So sometimes that's said. I don't know if that's exactly true. I'm sure there's nuances, but the fact is that staying the course and recalibrating, learning how to pivot, when our world changed in 2020, oh my goodness, like I was just doing primarily in-person demos. I did some online demos. It was like frosting on the cake, but I was in-person girl. I loved being with the people in someone's kitchen. And so that happened. I had to completely pivot, make an absolute pivot. And every consultant in our company, more or less, depending on where they were at in the country, had a choice. They could sit it out till this thing flew over. They would have been sitting out on the sidelines for 2.5 years, right? Or they could pivot and stay the course. And so that's what I think of when I think of marathon mindset, is that you're in it for the long haul, which means you are going to just recalibrate, you're going to adjust, and that's what a CEO of a business does anyway, right? Oh, goodness. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. So Debbie's just putting a shout out about the new level Norwex just announced. They announced Emerald Senior Vice President Leader. So, and then where I'm at is there's 4 people in the company at Silver Senior Vice President Leader. And so there's 4 of us globally there. And then under that is Emerald, which is a new level. So congratulations. I think there's 4 leaders who have achieved Emerald. So that is amazing. And thank you, Norwex, for that new level. And then Senior VP and so forth down. So anyway, thank you, Debbie. Yes, I'm silver, but I am celebrating all of the new emerald scarves. I think that's awesome. Okay. Any questions for me? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm throwing my hand up in front of the camera there. All right. Any questions? Please let me know. I hope this is helpful. Again, if you are here and you are a Norwex consultant, hey, thanks for being on the mission with me. If you're a consultant with another company, I think all of these things, these ABCs, really carry well across the direct selling industry. If you're here because you're like, I don't know why I'm here, I just somehow landed watching this chick come to me online live. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. And if you are interested in finding that direct selling fit, I encourage you to take a look at Norwex. I'll post the link with our co-founder tonight. Jump on. Don't worry, your camera's not going to be on. Just go on, check. Hey, no worries, Debbie, no worries. Go and check it out. Hear a little bit more about our mission. And if you do decide to join this month, it's risk-free. $69, you get our top 5 selling products, you get full consultant privileges, you get to enjoy 35% off on your consultant account where you can shop for you and your home and your family gifts and all those things, but you can also begin earning that 35% on your retail sales as well, which is pretty fabulous. So I'll give you that one, that link. And thank you for joining me tonight for M's, the M's. And I would love, if you're catching the replay, just put hashtag replay. What's your M word? I'm sure I missed a lot of them. And I think with I said intention. I'm sure I said intention. I don't actually think I did say intention. Well, anyway, back for I. Being intentional with your business is so key. And so under M, I just put mindfulness. Like, be mindful, be specific, be intentional, set specific visions, set specific goals. I know we talked about goals on G. So just being super intentional, I think, is another piece of your business. And remember, be intentional with your mindset, because honestly, that's probably one of the top things that will either keep you right where you're at or allow you to grow to the next level. All right. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully I get to see you on the Zoom tonight. Reach out to me personally if you want more info on that side of things. And new products are in, and MOP month for our Norwex hosts. So if you want to host a kitchen pop-up, or you want to host, if you live near me, in person, whatever, let me know. Let's get you a free MOP. All right.